Welcome to Crazy Town. Since I've been going completely, totally batshit crazy on Facebook, I thought I'd add a little bit here. I am not doing too well with the whole idea of an aortic aneurysm, mainly because I did a little bit more research on it, and because the pain I've been having in my abdomen might possibly be connected to it. And I was told that, gee, we'll check you again in 6 months, which kind of went along with the way my breast cancer went, too. One night there was no lump. The next night I looked down and, hey, there's marble. And so I talked to the doctor and I got mammograms. And boy, they didn't just mammogram me. They had my feet on the ceiling. They did up here. They did everywhere. And then said, we'll let you know. And 6 months later, they told me it was cancer. 6 months later. I could complain because I'm one of those disabled people on Medicare and all that. I didn't. But I will say that the doctor, not the mammogram technician, she was just awesome. But the doctor that came in afterwards was a monster. He was rude, he was nasty, he acted like I was faking. I didn't complain about that either. I waited my 6 months. And then I got a phone call from my doctor, who was very, very shocked and in tears because although everybody thought it was just a little cyst, it turned out to be cancer. I comforted her on the telephone. I said, hey, I know it was cancer. No problem. No big deal. Can we cut the boobs off now? And so we finally scheduled me for my mammogram, or my mastectomy, and I went in, had a couple of good friends and my husband with me, got my mastectomy, went home the same day, and I healed. And I would not have known about this aortic issue if I hadn't thought I had a kidney infection. Funny thing is, I called my mom and was telling her I had a kidney infection, and she says, oh, me too. Well, it turns out I didn't have a kidney infection, but I'm going to say I think my gods were just saying, hey, call your mom. And when I say gods, I say multiple. But anyway, they said, call your mom, talk to her. So I talked to her and then decided to go in and go see the doctor. Told her I thought I had a kidney infection. She didn't think so because it didn't appear to be one. She thought maybe I was passing a kidney stone. So they sent me for a CT scan. And when I got the call back from her, I was told that there is nothing wrong with my kidneys, no kidney stones. But oh, by the way, there's a whole lot of plaque built up in your arteries, and you have a decent aortic aneurysm. And we should check that again in 6 months. Man, I don't know about this 6-month shit. Because if you've got something that could explode at any time, why are they telling you, hey, wait for 6 months? Are they waiting to see if it just goes and then they don't have to bother with you again? Anyway, through all of this, my sister and I had reconnected because I had finally gotten mental help I needed. And So we were having what I thought was a pretty good relationship, and my mom and I were having a pretty good relationship, and my sister's building a house, and mom's going to have her own little mother-in-law apartment, and we were looking forward to, because I will not go to Harvard. Harvard, Idaho, to me, just brings back horrible, horrible memories. So I won't go to Harvard. It's just not worth it. But when I found out that my sister and her husband and mom were all going to have a house in Potlatch, I thought, oh God, I get to see my mom again. The last time I saw my dad was on his deathbed. Because during the time that he was sick and I had cancer, I also have a brain injury. And I also was dealing with starvation, which really mucks up your mind. And so I wasn't altogether there, and I couldn't express myself, and I couldn't control myself. But I did manage to get to see my dad on his deathbed. And I did have a wonderful conversation and found out he was proud of me, which I never really realized. Weepy, weepy. But all through those years, my sister had been telling me that it's me. It's all me, and I need to just change. So when I finally got brave and asked for the help I needed from the doctors, because I do have a chemical imbalance in my brain, and I do have a brain injury, and I do live with PTSD and social anxiety disorder and all of that fun stuff, apparently she thought it was just excuses. It wasn't, but that's what she thought. And I'm not saying I don't love my sister, because I do. I would like her to understand me. But after all of that, and after finally getting a relationship with my family again, what's left of it, and getting my life straightened out, the one rule we always had was we don't talk politics, we don't agree. And she started commenting on my Facebook page about things that I had shared politically, and I would call her on it, because I don't deal with propaganda from Russia or China, and I don't deal with the lies. So I called her on it. And I don't know whether that's what upset her, or what upset her was when I told her I would pray to my gods for her, and she told me, no, she don't want me to pray to my gods, and she didn't say I was going to burn in hell, but basically she kind of insinuated that if I worship the wrong gods, I'm going to burn in hell. Let me tell you something. Long before Jeebus was born, there were other gods too, and there still are. And I really want to get into what I believe about magic, which we are surrounded with every day. And one of the very special little bits of magic that I experienced, was calling my mother and going to the doctor and finding out that I don't have a kidney infection, I have a heart problem. And I'm not looking for my sister's pity or anybody else's pity, but a little bit of goddamn support would be nice. And if you really love me, sissy pie, why did you block me? Why did you cut me off completely without even bothering to tell me why? Why are you doing the things to me that you condemned me for doing? Because during the time I was doing them, I was dealing with mental issues. So you're either admitting that you have some mental issues of your own, sis, or you're saying that it's okay for you to do it. It's just not okay for others to do it. And, well, I may look pretty damn angry. What I am is broken freaking hearted that I have lost my family again. And this time it wasn't through fault of my own. And if you think it was, sis, then how about you explain that? You explain to me how I lost my family once again and that it was my fault. But you keep your goddamn politics and your goddamn God out of it. Because your God shit on me all my life. So just don't do it. And if this annoys people, if I lose Facebook friends or family, so be it. Because I'm at the point where it would be freaking nice to know that the people that are on my Facebook or that follow me here actually support me and my attempt to heal from multiple injuries and from multiple mental disorders that were not caused because I'm just a loony. They are because of chemical imbalances in my brain. You want to make fun of me of that? Go ahead. I have no problem debating you. But if you can't take the goddamn heat, go sit on your porch and pray to that God that doesn't ever listen to you. But don't. Just stop this telling me how bad I am when you do the same damn things. And you have no excuse for it. I'm not going to say have a magical day because I don't really feel too fucking magical right now. I love my friends. I love my family. But this is old.